Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Light the Torch Podcast. I'm your host, Brandon Jones. And to the left, I have my guy, Blackie Chan. And bottom, we got none other than your boy, Guns. And tonight, we're going to bring you a preview of the USC versus ASU game. And boy, do we have a lot to talk about tonight, man. How you guys feeling, fellas?
Feeling good?
Good.
Golf, man. Yeah, so this looks to be another continuation of preseason. Well, it's like, I think it'll be a little bit more challenging. ASU did not fare well last week, getting blown out by Fresno State, 29-0, and having 8 turnovers as well. But with that being said, having 8 turnovers and only losing by 30, if there's any takeaway from that, I guess that would be it. I guess there's some positives there.
Yeah,
not really, but yeah. But, could have been much worse. Let's just put it that way.
Right.
This is a team that's been decimated by injury on the O-line and quarterback room. It's just things are just not going well for Kenny Dillingham in his inaugural season. And it's like the worst case scenario is happening over there for him. But I expect him to improve eventually. But, Kenny Dillingham is a good coach. It's just, young and unfortunate right now. So, with that being said, let's kick this thing off. So, first quarter. What we got, Guns?
Yeah, so, you kind of mentioned some of the things that I'm going to mention is, with the quarterback room banged up. Sounds like Pine from Notre Dame is going to most likely start. We don't have an official, but that's kind of what it sounds like. O-line's still banged up. They're getting their tight end back, which is good. One of their weapons, he didn't play last week. I think they're getting somebody on the defensive side as well. I just expect another kind of a big not big, but rotation game. Basically, people in and out. We're going to be up big by the half, and we're going to be coasting essentially without the starters in the second half, most likely. My prediction is that we definitely get at least 50 points. So, we can get like a 56, 56-10 game, 56-13 maybe. I can still see, given that Kenny Dillingham is the offensive coordinator, maybe he give them some urgency, give them maybe some rhythm. Or especially in the second half where they'll probably score on some of our backups potentially. So, yeah.
All right. Raul is just not joining us. What's going on, Raul? Raul, you there?
looks like he's having some mic issues.
All right, Raul, we'll come back to you. Go ahead, Blackie Chan.
So I have low expectations for Arizona State, and I hope they could. Actually, I don't hope they can surpass them, but I just can't see that they're going to be able to be any way productive with all the injuries that they have. So I expect a pretty dominant game from USC. They do have a good defense, at least according to all their stats. They're ranked 33rd in the nation, so that's probably the best thing that they have going for them. So, if you want to give a bright spot to Arizona State, that's pretty much it. But they still gave up a lot of yards still to Fresno State. But I don't know. I expect a high-scoring game on our end and a fairly low-scoring game on their end. I do expect that our defense is going to be dominant. I expect both first, second, and third string to actually put a lot of pressure on them, especially their offensive line, because their offensive line is completely dinged up. So I expect us to at least score another 50 bag on them. It'll be the first time in USC history that we've scored 50 points in 4 games straight, at least. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not out the realm of possibility. In fact, I would say it's very probable and likely that happens. So, yep. Raul, what you got?
I think it's going to be an easy game for USC as well. Like Gunnar mentioned, I think they're down to like their third string, unless the guy coming back, he's the second string. But from what I read, I think he was like third string, and I think they're out a few linemen as well. So I expect Bear Alexander to get his first sack this week. If he doesn't, there's nothing wrong with that, but I would like to see a Bear Alexander sack this week. Like Blackie Chan mentioned, I think there's going to be 50 plus as well again this week on the offensive side, and we might even see some defensive touchdowns as well. So I personally think it's going to be over by halftime, if it's not over by the first quarter. So
That'd be your record. Caleb Williams out in the first quarter.
No, I mean, he won't be out in the first quarter, but you guys get what I mean.
Yeah.
It'll be way out of hand by the first quarter, I think.
If we're up 35 points in the first quarter, is it possible?
I mean,
No, I think they still have to go half. I think just
yeah, they might just take it easy on the second quarter, but they'll probably still, keep them out there to, just get that in game reps, right? It's important for him.
Man, we got to get our offense gelling, man.
Right.
We do. We really do.
We're doing well, but we got to make sure they're ready to go, especially if
Right. I'm not gonna lie. If we score 35 though in the first quarter, man, I'm gonna be feeling real nice in the attendance. So I'm gonna be feeling real good.
Oh, that's right. You're gonna be out there.
Sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
No, I mean, I'm expecting a blowout. It's Arizona State. I don't think they are doing anything this year unless they somehow are saving all their cards for our game. But it should be an easy game.
I'm sorry, I'll pick it up. Yeah, I mean, I expect them to give us their best, which I don't expect that to be much, but I do expect them to give us our best, being that they don't have a bowl game because, self-imposed sanctions. I guess they decided that they were going to slap themselves on the wrist and ban themselves from a bowl game, which for the looks of things, they weren't going to make it to win anyway. So good for them, man. Yeah,
so does it count?
Yeah, right. So it works out for them, I guess. But yeah, man. I mean, this is a team that's just decimated injury, man. It's not like you saw earlier, Raul. We tried to get their fans involved in this live chat, and it's just dead in there, man. Like,
yeah, we went.
Maybe they'll show up.
No,
who knows? Hopefully they do. I mean, I tried engaging with them. They didn't say anything.
We sent the invite. We hollered into a hollow cave, man. There was nothing coming back, man. But
and if you guys do see this podcast later on the day, like I said, feel free to join us. Leave some comments. Let us know what we're like. I guess what we're not talking about Arizona State. What's promising of the program? So, other than Kenny Dillingham, right?
I'm interested to see what's the temperature over there with the fan base, man. Like,
yeah,
what's going on through you guys' minds? Facing all these injuries, and are you guys just giving up on the season already, or what's the case, man?
Yeah,
but yeah, man, it's not looking good for them.
Quick chat here. I'm going to butcher it again, but Tafaf says, "Would you guys take a 29-0 shutout of ASU like Fresno State got last week?" Yes, I would definitely take a shutout. We haven't had a shutout since 2011. So
yeah, I'll take a shutout, but I'll take more points. No offense.
yeah. Listen, you give us 8 turnovers, it's going to be you're scoring 100.
Yeah, I don't know. If we have 8 turnovers, like it would get sad at that point.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
I started to feel bad for Stanford, and we were just
show them mercy.
It just was sad. Like they looked like they didn't want to be there. So, but yeah, I'm not sad anymore about it.
Yeah, I mean, like Gunnar mentioned, I'll take a shutout for sure, but Not 29-0. 29-0, that means we took a step backwards, in my opinion, if we win 29-0.
Yeah, we score under 50, and that's not a good look. It'll feel like one of those Hilton wins all over again. You know,
That's bad when we're disappointed if we don't score 50.
well, hey, that's where we're at, man. We're getting spoiled over here.
Yeah, we're spoiled. Like, I was at a pet store getting some food for my lizards, and this lady saw me with my USC hat on, and she's like, "Oh, so you like the University of Spoiled Children?" I was like,
"Oh, she didn't do that."
Well, her husband went to USC, and she went to Cal Poly or something like that. So
she's not even allowed. Really. Yeah, man. And this is in Minnesota, right?
Oh yes, this is in Minnesota. And Tyfaf, just hold on to this. I will star that, and we'll get back to that. I got something for that.
All right. So with that being said, we're going to move on to the second quarter. So what do you guys think about the second quarter? I'm sorry, our second quarter topic, which is, sorry, let me get my notes up because I am blind.
Is it impact players of the game?
There you
offense
go.
And defense.
Sorry,
offense, defense, yeah.
Yep. So there we go. So need you guys see into the future, man. What you guys got, man? Who you got for your impact players? Who you think is going to ball out this game? Go ahead, Guns.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first one, I'll just get it over with. I think Caleb, that's what I'm hoping for, is just another 4-touchdown, 5-touchdown performance that I get to see live. So, but defensive, and it's kind of byproduct to the O-line injuries, but Bear Alexander, I think he's going to just wreak havoc throughout that O-line Saturday, and it's going to create some turnovers, maybe himself, maybe some, interceptions or whatnot, but basically he's going to be all over that quarterback. So
absolutely. Ro?
I mean, I think Caleb Williams is expected to be a top performer every game, but I'll switch it up. I'll go with Marshawn Lloyd.
Okay.
I want him to ball out, kind of, put his name on the map nationally, have a big statement game, 2-3 touchdowns, hopefully, over 100 yards. That's for offense. And then defense, I think I kind of showed my cards earlier in the first quarter with Bear Alexander. So I'm hoping he can get at least a sack. And obviously I think he's going to do his thing, do a lot of penetration, cause havoc for the quarterback. And I just hopefully he does get that sack.
Yep, Lucky Chan.
So I'm going to go back to a pick that I had, I think, in Stanford or which game it was, but Brandon Rice. I think he's one of these receivers are going to have a breakout game. We just don't know, but I'm going to go with Brandon Rice. I'm just hoping that we can finally establish someone that is going to have that go-to kind of presence. I know everyone's saying Taj, and he is our leading receiver, but I want someone to break that century mark. Like, someone needs to break it soon, and I think this will be the time that it happens, and I think it's going to be Brendan Rice for it. So offense will be Brendan Rice, and got to go back to my guy, Bear Alexander, for defense. He needs it, or he doesn't need it. He's already established himself, but he needs that. I feel like he wants that sack more than anything. He's getting closer and closer each game. Like, they just get scared and they just toss it up in the air just randomly just to avoid getting tackled by him. So this one time he's going to be looking off to the right or the left, and he's just going to come in there and he's going to be bull rushing someone or bear rushing someone back into the backfield. And
I like that.
bear rushing. That's what it's called now for him. Bear rushing it all the way. He's going to push the center or the guard right back into them and get a sack that way.
Absolutely, man. I think Bear's just going to just destroy that O-line, man. It's not even going to be fair. It's going to look like abuse out there. And with that, they're going to have to double team Bear once again. And what happens when they double team Bear? Jamil Muhammad gets us, right? And Solomon Bird gets us.
Is that your player, or is it?
I'm definitely going with Bear. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Everything starts with Bear. It's just hands down. Like, as we've seen so far, man, it all starts with Bear up front. So for offense, man, I know I'm gonna have to pick one guy, but one thing that I would note is we got a lot of guys returning home. We got a couple of receivers turning home to Arizona, like Dorian. Well, obviously Dorian Singer's not from Arizona, but he did play in Arizona.
No, he's from Arizona.
I'm
He
sorry.
went to high school there.
Yeah, but he only played at Arizona. He didn't play at ASU.
Oh, gotcha. My bad. I sorry.
No. Okay, I didn't know that he went to high school in Arizona.
Yeah, he went to like Pinnacle or something. I think where Elijah Page goes. Or went, I should say.
Okay, well, even that, and then we got Deuce from Arizona, and
Elijah Page.
more.
Page, right? Elijah Page.
Kobe Lane. We got a lot low key.
Man. Yeah.
That is true. Oh my gosh.
Yep. Then we got B. Rice. So if I had to pick one, I'm gonna go with B. Rice, man, for the offensive player of the game, being that he's going home. I'm ready to see it. I'm ready to see him break out. He showed us a lot. Even this season, pretty much just get his touchdown and go sit down and have a Gatorade, and chill out for the rest of the game. But this time I think he'll be playing a little more out there, man, looking like his dad.
Yeah.
So let's see how that goes, man.
Real quick, let's see what the chat says about this. We have Aiden in our watching, so some people have said that they want to see Tackett Curtis break out, which I can see him breaking out. Well, like him and Rajon Davis have been getting a lot of play time, so Tackett Curtis has all the ability, all the chances to break out with this game. So, and then let's see. Anthony James G says Dorian Singer is going to break out this game, so he could. He's had a touchdown like pretty much every game, hasn't he?
I believe so.
I don't think every game.
Yeah, or a big catch. I mean, he's
majority
so far. For the short time that our starters have been on the field.
Yeah,
he's definitely made some plays. That's a good time to know.
Yeah, Anthony James also says Cobb comes back and leads the tackles.
Yes, I was just about to bring that up. So it's good to note, man. So with Cobb returning, do you guys think he should jump right in there and start, or do you think we should go with what we got so far that's been working for us?
I think you got to ease him in just because, as you guys are aware, practice is not the same as in-game experience or just in-game, right? So I don't want him to potentially risk injury or whatever the case it may be. Just ease him in, give him a lot of playing time, but just definitely ease him in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Yeah, start Davis and Gentry or Davis and Lee, and then go from there.
I agree. Like you can't just thrust him in. He hasn't played since San Jose State, so that's a lot of time away from being full go. So definitely ease him in. This is not the time to re-injure him or anything. Just give him a few series, maybe in the second quarter or so. Just ease him into it and don't rush him back too soon.
Yeah, I'm also interested to see how that linebacker room, looks like this game in the future, because I heard they had like a kind of a, I wouldn't say man-to-man conversation, but they kind of came together over the bye week and just kind of had a conversation. It was like, hey, this kind of, just broke it down basically. So, sounds like they're getting closer, which is good, obviously. But, I'm excited to see that group.
It would have been a fly on the wall, man. That linebacker room.
Right.
They talk about, man. I think it had a lot to do with, the competition in the room. And
I agree.
Sometimes that could go either way, and that depends on how tight that room is. Sometimes it could go bad in a sense that, guys are getting jealous of each other and relationships are starting to kind of falter a little bit. But I don't see that with this team, man. I feel like they're all close. And they're all like brothers.
Yep,
they definitely feel like it.
right? And they're all rooting for each other, man. Even if that's not the case, that's what they tell us, you know. so you know, but
they all say the same thing over they're either very well coached at media.
You know, it's USC, man. These kids have definitely trained in media, you know. but yeah, no, I think they're all on the same page, man. And that's only just going to breed greatness, man. So our linebacker room is very stacked. We can't go wrong.
Yeah,
with whoever you put out there, you know. So especially this game, but so it should be fun, man. See some heads rolling, man.
Hey, Anthony James, stay until we get to the third quarter or the fourth quarter. We'll answer your what you see for sacks. So just stay tuned, and we'll get to that.
Right.
I think EV also put a Corey Foreman sack as well.
Yes, thank you, EV, man. Hey,
someone else is part of the fan club of Corey Foreman.
Yeah, we don't have Tyler here today, but man, listen, I'll cover for Tyler, man. I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping Corey gets his first, man. It's like every game he's this close, man, like a split hair away, man. So I think this game he should, you know, I would expect him to get the playing time to do it, you know. So
I really hope he does.
Yeah, as well as Bear.
It's crazy how I feel like everyone's tune has changed on Corey Foreman. Like, I feel like a lot more people are positive on him right now, especially after seeing like he seems just like a different player from the past few couple years.
Well,
playing his normal position now.
Thank you. Yeah,
like PJ's.
He's home now. He's finally playing in the position that he earned his number one spot in. And he looks a ton more comfortable out there. You can tell, like, he's not second guessing himself anymore. You know what I mean? He's just a split hair away from making plays, man. And you love to see it, though. It's awesome. You know what I mean? I'm very happy for Corey, man.
Yeah,
it's a guy that, you know, everyone has high hopes for. He went through, you know, some mental challenges, man. You know, trying to learn a new position, and he was subject to a coach's experiment. You know what I mean? That just didn't work out well, man.
No, and then, as you guys know, I've been a Corey Foreman fan since day one, so I've been rooting for him. And I did mention on the first episode that Corey Foreman may become a top performer for us, and it might not happen this year, but I feel like he's probably going to come big for us in one of the games. Not with the interception like last year, but I actually see him being disruptive and, you know, getting to the quarterback, maybe a strip sack, something big in a big game. You know, he's been putting in the work, and I'd love to see it. And, you know, I think I mentioned it in the first podcast that we had. You mentioned it, B. Jones, just the lack of inexperience from the previous coaching staff, the COVID year, all of that played a big role on why he didn't develop sooner. And I think he's finally got that going. And, you know, whether it's this year, towards the end of the year, or next year, I think he's going to be a big impact player for us. That's just my opinion, but.
No, listen, after Corey gets that first one, that light is going to click.
It's going to come rolling in.
Exactly. That ball's going to get rolling, man, because that wheel's going to start turning. He's just one away. He just needs the confidence. He just got to build his confidence back up. He has all the tools.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, once he gets that first one, it's a wrap. Corey is born. And
well, like that COVID year kind of screwed a lot of things up because he didn't get to play his senior year, did he? Like in high school?
Nope.
No. So yeah, that COVID year kind of screwed up a lot of people.
Yeah, I believe he played a few games with Winter Circle.
Yeah.
Team, the guys that he was training with over there.
Yeah. They
had a little league going during COVID, I believe. But other than that, man, you know, no real.
He had Helton and staff, which didn't help.
That.
Yeah.
that. So, yeah, man.
That COVID year, isn't there like a player that's trying to get a 9th season? That's insane.
Sheesh, man. You spend a decade in college.
Why would you want to stay in college that long?
Hey, there's a lot of things why you want to stay in college for that long.
Yeah.
It was up to
and, you know,
True.
Millions
He
now.
should have a family by now.
He's seasoned out. He probably does. For all we know,
They're all staying in the dorm.
which could be his main reason for wanting to come back to college and try to make the millions, man. Scared to jump to that workforce, you know. So,
Do you think they'll give it to him or no?
If they give it to him, that'd be insane.
Listen, the kid from North Carolina is
right.
What if they approve that guy and not?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they already approved 8 seasons, so why not?
It's like, hey, why not? Let's
Go
just
for record 9.
let's do it.
Jeez, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I got mixed feelings about that one, man. It's like I get it, but at some point, man, you got to realize that it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, I saw some posts like he was in the same class as like Michael Pittman and like some other people, but
Was he
I was
really?
like, I think so. I think I'll have to find the post.
Yeah, that was about a decade ago, man.
Right. I mean,
Sheesh.
so yeah.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Anthony James said not to mention rent in certain cities, live on campus as long as you can. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, man. Cost of living is not going down anytime soon. Well,
Yeah.
that's the market crash, but whole nother podcast for that.
I don't know if it's appropriate to say here, but
My question is, what
regarding the
class
tight
is he-
end.
sorry.
I was gonna say regarding that tight end. I think I saw one of the top comments when they posted that on Bleacher Report. He wants to stay in there because those buns are don't come as easy when you get older.
You
Yeah.
said those what?
Those buns, if you guys know what I mean.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
My question is, what is he on his master's degree or doctorate degree right now? Because
He better.
Better.
I mean, he's not Miami. I
He better be
mean,
working on his second master's, man.
what classes is he taking though? You have to be taking classes, right? To
yeah.
like he's
Oh,
taking
man.
like all the classes now. Like, oh man,
Yes, he's on that Stetson Bennett program, man.
has he? I wonder if he's graduated because that'd be insane if he didn't graduate. Yeah,
I think that would have been reported already. Somebody would have found that out already, like they did Stetson.
We're just waiting.
maybe he's a teacher now.
See, if I was him, I'd be trying to, get into coaching already. But hey,
I know it.
For that, though.
If he was ready for the NFL, he would have been gone by now. So,
injuries.
oh yeah. All right, enough clowning on this guy.
Yeah. So, all right. So that brings us to halftime. So, do we have any news? Any recruiting updates?
So we offered a D lineman 4-star from Louisiana. He's a Texas A&M commit.
That's
So just kind of keep an eye on that. Potentially we could, see a flip there in the future. I think I mentioned this last time, but the Justin Tunuk, I don't want to say his last name, but he's an offensive tackle from Huntington Beach, California. He's a Stanford commit. He's most likely probably going to maybe flip as well. You never know, but the coaches are concerned about that one on the Stanford side. So, but that's really it from what I hear so far.
Well, being that he's in Huntington Beach, man, I might have to go down the street and
Yeah.
show up to one of his games in RSC game.
Right.
See
Check him out.
It's been a while since we've had a recruiting win, so we need something soon.
Yeah, man. At least these high school kids, man. Well, we already know. I spoke about that last week. Shout out to Tron Baker, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, he's been keeping an eye on us over here in this podcast, man. So shout out to him, Tron. We can't wait for you to step on campus and ball out.
Also, actually, I just popped in my head. Sorry, Jalen Harvey, the edge D lineman kid from Maryland area. It was first reported that he would commit like December 30th or this weekend or something like that after the Penn State game, but it's probably going to be sometime in October. So he kind of pushed it a little bit. So, but again, they have to sign until December. But yeah.
Okay. So there you go, Savage. You got your recruiting news. And make sure you guys check out Gunner at I'm sorry, what is it again, Gunner? Your podcast?
All your good views from the stands.
There you go. Views from the stands, man. Check out Gunner on Spotify.
Yes.
He does his thing every week.
Try.
Yeah. We're gonna clock in. We're gonna check into our third quarter, and we're gonna receive this. So, third quarter, man. Let's hit these over unders, Blackie Chan. What you got for us?
All right. Before I get into this, everyone in the chat, if you want to put maybe some over, under, or buy or sell questions in there, we'll try to answer those as well. But I actually added another question here. But so this is either over, under, buy or sell. But first one is USC will have a special teams touchdown. Buy or sell?
I'm buying that 100%.
I'll buy it.
I'll buy it too. It's probably gonna be Zachariah.
Maybe Mike Jack.
It might be Mike Jack, man. You know.
TFAF says he buys it, so I do buy it as well. I think it'll be another punt return. It'll be a punt return by Zachariah, and I think it's going to be a big one because I think they're going to try to overkick him, like he was saying in Caleb's podcast, that they're just trying to kick over him now or kick far behind him, so he has further to run. But he likes that more; it gives him more space to run. So,
Absolutely.
People don't know how to defend him at this point. You just need to kick out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, you got to pick your poison. Do you give up field position, or do you take the risk of him running it down your throat? So either way, you give us good field position, you're doomed. So you kick it to him, you're doomed. So we're good either way. So how do you fight against that?
Anthony James says the block, punt, scoop, and score. That'd be great. I'd actually like to see a block punt.
That would be cool. We do seem conservative, though, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like on, that side.
Does anyone know when was the last time we had a block punt and score?
Michael Pittman. Michael Pittman was really good at blocking punts. He was long and he would come off the edge. That was when he was a freshman. He would come off the edge and he would get a block punt.
I remember that punt return he had. It was like the fake where the people caught it on the other side, and then he caught it. That was pretty.
That was against UCLA, I think.
Yeah,
so
I think so.
James, I got a question for you, Anthony James. Who do you think would block the punt?
I don't even know who's really on the line. Who is do we have any freshmen on there? Like maybe Braylon Shelby?
I would imagine that I would put him on there. But if I had to guess if I looked at our roster and had to guess one person that would get that block punt, I'd probably say Anthony Lucas.
Yeah.
There you go. I think he's on the special teams unit too.
We should probably look into that.
Yeah. What else you got for us, Bucky Chan?
Let's see. Real quick. Tafaf says Zachariah Branch for another touchdown. Anthony James says it's Shelby would be a beast on the block punt off the edge. Yeah, I can see it.
Yep. Put Lucas on one side, Shelby on the other.
All right. Over, under. USC will have 150 yards rushing total.
150 yards rushing total?
Yeah.
So that's including Caleb?
Yeah, Caleb Williams.
Oh, yeah, I'll take over.
Over?
Yep.
What about you, Gunner?
I'll say over.
Raul?
I'll say over, and like I mentioned earlier, I want Marshawn Lloyd to go 100 plus, and then Austin Jones to do some damage as well. So over 150 for sure.
All right. Yeah, I'm saying over. Raul, I think either Austin Jones or Marshawn will have 100 yards rushing. So we need it. This is game 4. Still no one over 100 yards rushing or 100 yards receiving. So it's definitely it. I don't think it needs to happen because we're scoring a lot, but it'd just be nice to see on the stat sheet, I guess. Anthony James says under.
Under, huh?
Under 100 yards total. Okay.
Yeah, something I was looking at, and again, obviously they haven't played anyone. Probably that runs the ball a lot, but they've only Giving up under 3 yards a carry on the defensive side, 2.8.
Who, Arizona State?
If I'm looking at this correctly.
Well, right now we're ranked 40th in the nation on rushing offense. We have 550 yards total. We average 6.7 yards rushing and 185 yards a game.
Yeah, they'll be. Yeah, this is going to be a good matchup. But I still agree with my over still. But that's something that was interesting that I was curious about as we were talking about it.
Anthony says Caleb better not run. He needs to chill and just shred the stay in the pocket. Yeah, that one time he was
blocking downfield, man.
Yeah, who was he trying to block for again?
I'm not even sure.
It was a dump off pass.
Yeah.
I think that was for Taj.
I think so. I was going to say Taj.
Yeah, man. I don't want to see that. Chill out, Caleb.
Yeah, like you're not. Don't try to be like DTR and try to block.
Yeah, no, we don't need it, man. You're not trying to win a spot. I'm telling you, you're safe. I promise.
All right, next one here. Let's see. Buy or sell. We will have 2 receivers over 100 yards receiving.
Two receivers over 100 yard receiving.
Yeah, Brandon, what do you got? You think we'll have 200-yard receivers this game? Do you think we'll have Caleb Williams in there enough and having our starting receivers in there enough?
Honestly, I think the ball will be spread too thin to have 2. We haven't done it up to this point because for the same reason I don't expect it to be any different. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to sell that one.
Gunner?
Yeah, I'm going to sell. I'm close on changing that, though, but because I heard that they're going to slowly start closing the rotations or, closing the gap and whatnot. But, give me sell.
Raul?
I'm going to go under, just like Anthony James and Tafaf mentioned on the chat. There's too many receivers. We're spreading the ball around. I don't see anything wrong with us putting different receivers. It keeps the defense, guessing every single time out there. So I'll go with under. The only way it'll happen is if we have two guys break for like a 60-plus yarder, and then they get a couple more receptions. But I don't think it'll be anyone getting 8+ receptions or anything like that. It'll be over too soon as well, too, I think.
I guess I worded this wrong. I should have said buy or sell for this one. But I will say, actually, no, I did say it right. Buy or sell. We'll have over. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it this time. I think we're going to have some deep balls going on this one here. I think we're going to beat them over to the top a lot. Lincoln Riley was saying in his presser today that he's been working with Caleb Williams and his deep ball, and he said that there was a lot of missed opportunities last year with maybe just being a hair over. So, and he's been showing the deep ball already. So, with Brandon Rice, and I think Brandon and Zachariah will be able to break that point. I think we're just going to burn them over top. So, I'm going to buy it. I'm hoping I'm right, but maybe we'll come back to this and see how we fared last this week or whatever. But all right, let's see what the chat is saying. Anthony James is saying, same with Tafaf, that too many receivers, and that's a good thing to have a problem with, not being able to.
I'm not mad at it at all.
Yeah.
We don't have any Biletnikoff leaders right now, and I'm okay with it for the moment. I mean, honestly, I don't even care about individual awards this season.
I kind of hope that Caleb gets it just to shut people up about Archie Griffin, but yeah. Let's see here. What's the next one? Buy or sell. Caleb will have over 400 yards passing.
Ooh. Caleb, you think Caleb will have in one half? Because he's only playing a half. I'll be really thinking here. Let's see. Can he do 400 and a half? It's possible.
I mean, I guess if you say it like that, if it's going to be a half, then...
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to sell that one. Just
maybe you can switch it to 300 by halftime.
Fine, I'll make it 300. We'll change it to 300.
Yeah, I could buy 300.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm buying 300. I think it gets close. Maybe like 350. I think maybe is like end mark. So,
bro,
I'm gonna buy at 300 by halftime.
300 by halftime.
Because if he doesn't get 300 by halftime, that means the game's over and he's not going to the third quarter regardless. Because Marshawn Lloyd is probably going to break a 70-yarder or something like that.
Right.
I will also buy it, and I would have actually bought it at 400 yards if he came back in the third quarter. But when you guys put it that way, I know we shouldn't have to play him in the third quarter, but we're going to have to soon. So we need to at least get the cohesion with our first team offense. So, and Anthony, don't be sorry. Like, this is what we like. We like to see that people are interacting. This is what we do this for. We want the community to come together and start talking to one another.
That's exactly what we're about here, man. This is for the fans, by the fans, man. That's for all of us.
Oh, this is actually pretty good. Better. Who's going to have better stats? Caleb in the one half of play, or Shedeur full game against Oregon?
Ooh.
That's good.
I'm gonna go with Caleb.
What about you, Gunnar?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going Caleb. I mean, just for the fact from a per snap basis. Like, again, like this guy is having less snaps and has more touchdowns already than these guys, and they're playing more snaps. So, yeah.
Bro?
I'm going to have to answer that in overtime.
I was going to say, I can't, for that reason.
I can't show my cards till overtime.
Yeah. So, Anthony, is that Anthony asked that question?
Yeah, that was Anthony.
Stay tuned, Anthony. We're going to get deep into that one. Trust me.
Yeah, wait till overtime. But I know how you feel, Tafaf. Why you got to bring up Colorado? Trust me.
Yeah.
I have strong feelings about it. Well, you know what? I'll start that question. We'll come back to it later on. So, all right, let's get through these here. Over under. ASU will have 2 or more touchdowns. Brandon?
I'm going to go under. Even in garbage time, I'll say under.
Gunner?
Yeah, I'm gonna go under.
Keep in mind, our third string's going to be in on the third quarter.
That's true. I mean, can we do push? Can we do say 2 at the
Fine, you could meet in the middle.
No, I'll say under still. I think we're gonna get 1 touchdown, a couple field goals out of them.
Right.
Roll.
I'm gonna say under for Grinch's sake. He needs to show a statement this year. I mean, he can't feel like he's got time to play around. Like, he's got to get it right from day one. So he needs to definitely. We can't let off the gas on the defensive side. I understand offensively, but not on the defensive side. He's got to, even the second string, third string, they need to do their thing, especially versus Arizona State.
Yeah. A shutout would do him some good, man. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, hey, the defense has been getting better each game. So, like, I think he's trying to make that statement here. So, but I do say under, or I don't think they will. I'm hoping for a shutout. That's
because if we do that, if we allow them to get 2 more, I can't. You already know the media is going to say, "Oh, Fresno State got 0 versus Arizona State," but we let them score 2 or 3. Like, they're going to keep bashing on our defense.
So then, are you saying that we should get a shutout then?
We should.
But shutouts are real tough, though. Like even just getting in the field goal range of 40 yards, that's anyone can. Well, not anyone can kick that, but it's possible.
Someone said a block punt. Well, how about a block field goal attempt?
I wonder how much like impact Greg Brown is having. Obviously we won't know because obviously he's an analyst. No one really can talk to him and all that. But yeah, hopefully maybe after this year we kind of find out, maybe some, secrets or whatnot. Not secrets, but yeah.
I don't think we'll really know until our secondary gets a real test.
Right.
Like next week they'll have a much better test.
Mm-hmm.
It's better receivers.
All right. Moving on here. Anthony, this is for you here. USC will have, or over under, USC will have 5 or more sacks. Brandon?
I'm going to go over.
Gonna go over?
Yep.
How
many
many
do you think?
How many do I think?
Yeah.
6. I'll
6?
say 6. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Gunner?
I'm gonna say under at 4.
Is one of those sacks Corey Foreman?
Yes. Hopefully, yes.
All right. Raul?
I'm gonna go 6, so over. Bear Alexander 1, Corey 1,
Okay.
Mohammed 2,
All right.
and maybe Anthony Lucas 1, and then Kyron Bars 1.
You're just going to tell everyone. Okay, we got to clip that. If he calls that correct,
oh yeah. Are you going
Right.
you better go buy a lotto ticket with that.
All right.
It's a little late, man. I was hoping I'd get that $2 billion one or $1 billion one.
Right, for real.
Hey, even if you win the lower lotto, that's still good.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, for sure. No, I wouldn't.
at 750, I think right now, somewhere around there.
Oh, really?
Hey, if I would have bought that $2 billion, I would have sponsored that NIL for sure.
Right.
Anthony says, yeah, with the Picasso O-line right now, yeah, I'm gonna say that we're gonna have 7 sacks. I think we'll get to them. I think Bear is gonna get his first sack, and I think he might get 2. So I think he's gonna really put a stamp into it being an All-American defensive tackle this year. I think he can do it. So. All right. Buy or sell, we will see Malachi Nelson play. Brandon?
Buy or sell Malachi. Yeah, I'll buy that. I'll say 4th quarter for sure. Late 4th, maybe. Depending on how the game goes. I think he'll get in there.
Gunner?
I'm gonna sell, even though I could see him just freaking coming for like a series, just like he did in that Nevada game or whatever game that was. I think San Jose, but yeah, I'm gonna go under or sell. Sorry.
Sell it.
No,
All right.
sorry.
Raul?
It's buy, right? If you said if Malachi's gonna play,
Yeah.
Buy or sell. Sorry.
yeah. I mean, if the game goes according to what we are all thinking, I think he at least deserves 1 drive. So I'll buy. And to add to that, I think he's got to get some playing time, because if he's not getting any playing time, this is a time he has to actually play games, because after the 6th game, he can redshirt, right?
After the 4th game.
Or the 4th game.
Yeah.
He has to play in 4 games. So.
You have to play, but
This will be his 2nd game playing, right?
yeah, he's only played in 1.
So then he has the opportunity. So it's not like just on the schedule. It's he has to play a certain amount of games before he can redshirt.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if he plays in this game, Arizona and Cal.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you look at the schedule, we only have so many weak opponents left, which is probably gonna be this one, Colorado maybe, and then Cal, like you mentioned. So hopefully we get to see him.
I'm going to buy, and I think he's going to lead a scoring drive. I think he'll lead his first scoring drive, and it maybe a touchdown to Deuce. Maybe a touchdown to Deuce. Anthony James, he's buying it. Tafaf, he's selling, but I hope he plays. He should have played the fourth quarter in the last game. That is true. He should have. And, yeah. But he said no Jake Jensen.
Hey, you gotta clip that for a short Blackie Chan if you get it right as well.
All right.
And
Actually, I kind of want to see Jake Jensen, man. I want to see what he's got.
Yeah.
I already got some wheels on him.
Yeah.
is that the walk-on?
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
so.
All right. This one's a negative for us. But USC will, or over or under, USC will have 8 or more penalties. Brandon, what do you think?
8 or more penalties?
Yeah.
We better not.
We've had 8 or more penalties the last few games.
I know, and we better clean that crap up, man. Yeah, that's no, man.
So you're going under?
Huh?
You going under?
Yeah, I'm gonna go under, man. We better clean that up.
All right. Gunner?
Yeah, I'm definitely going under, especially since that was kind of their big thing last week, about the penalties and stuff. So
Raul?
I'm gonna go under as well. They had all the bye week to stay focused and make sure that they work on all that stuff. So, like B. Jones says, they better get their stuff together. So,
I really hope so too. And with that, I'm going to actually say under as well. I think we will have 5 penalties in this game. I'm hoping for 5 penalties. I hope nothing too big, but I hope what's his name? Tackett doesn't get an ejection for this game, so he's going to have a chance to hit some people. So keep it cool, my guy. All right. So I think we've answered this one already for everyone here, but buy or sell, Bear Alexander will have his first sack of the season. Brandon, I think we all buy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
All right.
and then Blackie Chan, before you continue, Anthony James mentioned something in the chat, which I think is maybe the reason why we actually have so many penalties, or average so many. He mentioned over because if we play the second and third guys, which is true, right? So we've been playing a lot of second, third string, so that might be the reason why. I gotta look at the stats, but I think that might be a reason.
That is a good mention right there. So, Tapap says affirmative. Bear will have his first sack. So, yeah, everyone's hoping it's going to happen sooner or later. Maybe against CU he'll get to Shedeur. We all know how bad that
might be a sweeter sack there.
All right, over under USC will punt 5 or more times. Brandon?
I'm gonna go under.
All right, Gunner?
I will actually say over. I think we'll punt once or twice in the first half, potentially. And then that second half, I still don't trust that O-line with the second unit. So I think that's going to create some issues and 3 and outs and stuff like that.
Bro?
I'm gonna go under.
Even with our second and third string?
Yeah, I think a lot of our second, third string are probably going to be Arizona guys. So they want to show out at home. So I'm going to go under.
Tafab says 5 punts, no way, under. Anthony James says under. I'm going to go with over. Our third string, they don't, like, when it comes to like the running game, they haven't really been able to open the holes up as much as we wanted them to. So, like, they've maybe had a few good openings with with Quinn Joyner having that long rushing game. So I don't know. It's going to be rough. Okay, and I think we all know this one here. Caleb, by yourself, Caleb Williams will play 3 quarters.
Yeah.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think they'll let him play a little more in the third.
Full third, like actual third, or just play like like a drive? Is that like that counts? I guess
The whole 3 quarters.
Oh, whole 3 quarters. Okay.
Oh, whole 3. I'm still gonna say yeah, just because I think they need to start, gelling a little more.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell. I don't think 3 full. I mean, it might get close though. I mean, because kind of your points. Our first road game, they want to experience how to play ball after a half. I would assume. So yeah, I'm still gonna say not full though.
Bro,
what was it, under? Yeah, so it was over under, right? The question.
or buy or sell. That's
Buy or sell.
Caleb Williams. Yeah.
Sell. I think, like Gunnar mentioned, if he does play in the third, it's going to be maybe half of the third. I mean, I understand that you want him to get that third game experience. I mean, not experience. I mean, he's experienced, but you just keep playing the third. But you can't risk injury, especially when the game's over. So that's based on my answer is based on that.
I think he will play 3 quarters. I think it'll be down to the 4th quarter where Miller Moss and hopefully Malachi gets in there. So I think they each get half of the 4th quarter to each other. All right, that's it for me. That went a little bit longer than I thought. So
there's one more that I liked. That it was either Anthony James or Tafaf that mentioned it in the chat. Over under. Zachariah gets over 100. What's it? All-purpose yards? Total yards? Yeah, all-purpose yards. Yeah.
I will take the over on that.
Over.
Yeah, I'll take over on that as well.
There we go. Unanimous.
All right.
Okay, I got one. I don't think we mentioned this one. Over under 2 interceptions.
You know what? Because the D-line is going to be getting after that quarterback, and being that he had 8 last game, or he had 8 total turnovers, I will say yes. I will take the over.
Okay.
Buy or sell? I'm sorry. Was it buy or sell or over under?
It was over.
Either one. Yeah, either one. Don't matter.
Yeah,
you're good. You're good.
I think it'll be under, but I think we'll have 1 interception. But I think we'll have more turnovers like in fumbles.
Like strip sacks?
Yeah.
Yep.
I see that. Yeah. What do you think, Raul?
I think we'll at least get 2 for sure.
Yeah.
2 interceptions, okay.
Yeah, I'll take the over. I would like to see 2, more than 2, but definitely understand the thoughts.
JFAP says exactly 2, so
yeah, that's about where I was at.
Oh, you got Frankie Rodriguez in the chat today.
Oh, Frankie's in the house.
What's going on, Frankie?
3 picks. Dang.
I like it.
Okay. So I think that Frankie says over. It's fair to say that.
We all know this is going to be over, TAFAP. It's going to be over 95 degrees.
Start time? Are we saying game time? It's under, actually. It's going to be like high 80s by game time.
Okay.
So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, you're in Arizona, so
yeah.
You understand.
Yeah. Still going to be hot, though. I mean, it's September. It shouldn't be close to 100.
No wonder you wanted that night game.
Right? For real. I did not want to be out in the sun, dude.
Arizona heat is no joke, man.
Yeah.
Plus,
I had a tournament, our golf tournament, so I can't miss that.
Gotcha.
We gotta move on.
Yep. So with that being said, why don't let's go ahead and start these score predictions. We'll start off with a game as we move into the rest of the Pac-12 games. We'll start with our game first, USC versus ASU. Go ahead and drop the score prediction. All right, Guns.
Yeah, I kind of mentioned it in the first quarter, but give me a 56-13-10 game. I'll say 56-13.
Okay. Roll.
Go 58-0.
58-0.
Let's root for that shutout.
58-0. That's wow. That would be a record probably for the largest victory margin over ASU probably. I don't even know. I'm guessing. I think it would.
I'm going for a shutout. I'm saying 54-0. I'm calling a shutout, and it's going to be ugly.
Okay. I will go 66-10.
66-10?
66-10.
She. So I assume we might get some pick sixes in there, maybe.
Yep. If not, strip sacks for touchdown. There's going to be a couple of defensive touchdowns. I'm calling.
Okay.
So I think we score over 50 for sure. Because of that.
And the special teams touchdown.
Yep.
Yeah, like TAFAF says that we're going to have 56-13. And Anthony says 51-10. How do we get to 51? Safety?
Yeah, or maybe a missed extra point.
Oh, Lynch? No, come on.
I was waiting for it.
Lynch, if you miss an extra point, come on. You have one job right now to kick extra points.
There it is. I was waiting for that.
It could also be six touchdowns and 3 field goals, so that would make 51 right there.
Okay, yeah.
Just to help Dennis Lynch.
Get some practice at kicking field goals.
Right.
Well, all right. We're going to move on to our next game, which we got Cal and Washington kicking off at 7:30 p.m. Who you guys got for Cal and Washington? Number 8 Cal versus number 8 Washington. Cal is definitely not number 8. I know you guys are like, what? But yeah, you guys got Cal and Washington.
Yeah, I mean, I got Washington. I've changed my thoughts on them after last game, even though it was Michigan State first road game. You're throwing the bomb left and right. So yeah, they're gonna just continue to do that.
Right. Roll.
Got an upset alert, guys.
No way.
No. I
was like, whoa.
No. It should be an easy game for them as well. Penix should do his thing. Said Washington's probably going to be our toughest out this year, so we got Washington.
Okay. Lucky Chan.
Washington easily. I think we might actually see. Have we even seen Washington's backup quarterback? Like, who's their backup quarterback?
No clue.
That's a good question.
I don't think we've ever seen their backup quarterback yet, and I think this could be the time that we do it, or they do it at least. I don't think Cal, like as TAFAF says, Cal doesn't take their football program serious at all. So yeah, I think it's going to be rough. I think Washington could put up 50 on them.
Yeah, sorry to jump in real quick to answer your question. 2 backups technically played, but they only combined for 8 attempts. So yeah, I mean, it's basically been the Penix show. So
I'm assuming they're trying to push for that Heisman.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Everyone's saying Penix for the Heisman right now. So
he looks good. Don't get me wrong. Like, Penix is a baller. He's not Caleb though.
Yeah, but like everyone needs to realize that you guys, no one really recalls Caleb ever playing because he hardly plays anymore.
I definitely have Penix at number 2 in our QB rankings, in the Pac-12 QB rankings.
Easily.
And by the way, that game is 20.5 spread.
Oh, Anthony said to Raul, "You mean Cal's leaving upset?"
There you go.
Good.
Yeah, man. There's not going to be any surprises there. Cal does typically have a good secondary, but I would like to see that matchup. But I still think, Washington's just going to be too much for him. Yep. So unanimous on that. Keep that short and sweet. And we got now this game here is is definitely one that people should have their eyes on, and that is the conference championship, Pac-2, Tupac.
Why you gotta do them like that?
We had to, man.
It's not their fault that they can't get out of the Pac-12.
Hey, man. It's unfortunate, man, that both of these teams are even in that situation because they're definitely good teams, and good programs that they got going over there, and definitely have great fans. The fan bases are crazy, so it sucks that they're in the situation that they're in. But who do you guys have, man? Who you got taking that one? Go against.
Yeah, I like Oregon State. I think they're the better team. They're going to control the game essentially with their running the ball, the defensive side. And I expect Cameron Ward to throw his first interception of the year.
So I forgot to add that Vegas expects this to be a very close game.
3-point game.
Yeah, just 3-point game, 3-point spread on that one.
3 points.
So I don't know if I agree with Vegas, but go ahead, Raul.
I'm still not sure on that game, guys. It's a game that's actually in my Pick'em league, so I got to do my further research throughout the week, see who's out last minute or like a last minute injury or whatnot. But if I have to pick right now, I'm gonna go with Washington State, being that they're at home. I know Oregon State is considered the better program, but DJ hasn't been consistent throughout his career, and I think this might be a game where he might have a bad game.
This game can definitely go either way, man. So
Yeah. This is going to be a good game. I really do think it's going to be a good game. I think Oregon State is the better team overall, so I do think they're going to win. But I do think it could be that 3-point difference. But if Washington State wins, it's going to be because that DJ, he just kind of loses the game for them. I think he could be the main reason that they lose. Other than that, they have a good roster. They're very well coached. So Jonathan Smith? He's a really good coach. So he has Oregon State going in the right direction. So yeah, Oregon State wins by 3. I think it's going to be a 3-point game.
Okay. Anthony James says this DJ won't be spinning.
Damn. He's just roasting teams right now.
That is hilarious. Yeah, man. Look, it should be a very good quarterback battle. Cam Ward does not get enough love. He is definitely a baller. He's up there, probably maybe top half of the conference. Well, I would say for sure, not even maybe. He's definitely in the top half of the conference in the quarterback rankings. Cam Ward can ball. But I think this game is going to go as far as – it depends on what DJ we get. And it sucks that we have to say that, but, DJ's been inconsistent. That's just what it is with him. So depending on what DJ we get, man, it could go either way. But I don't know. I think it'd probably be a 2-score game. I would probably say 10. They win by 10. Oregon State wins by 10, depending if, DJ can bounce back, man, because last week was not a great showing for him. So I think he's going to be eager to bounce back. And I think they'll figure it out, man. Even though they're at the Palouse, where it's hard to get victories, I think they can pull it out. They're a good enough team to do that. So I'm going to go Oregon State with a 10-point victory.
Yeah, Tape-App said Jonathan Smith may have a chance to possibly move up to Michigan State. I can see it.
Yeah, I've been hearing that. Michigan State would be stupid not to look in his direction.
Yeah.
He's definitely a good coach, man. He's turned that program around over there at Oregon State.
I mentioned it on this podcast, so hopefully it comes true.
Yep.
Nice.
So, next game we have, this is not a favorite game. This is one that you probably won't even tune into, but We have Arizona and Stanford. Who you got, Guns?
I mean, the last 2 weeks have been a bad time for Stanford. Get blown out by us. You lose to your head coach's former team. And I think the losing continues, and they lose to Arizona.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Sorry, I forgot to mention that the spread is 13 points. Sorry.
For Arizona?
For Arizona, sorry.
Yeah. I think they can cover. I think they can cover that 13.
They should. They definitely should. Unless David Bailey just, gets pissed off about
Right.
Just goes crazy.
He hasn't been doing much at all this season.
Well, he's one man.
Everyone's doubling
he got the game plan against his one guy. He's a lonely dude up there, man. Well, go ahead, Ro.
I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna go with Arizona.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think Delores gonna ball out that game.
Yeah, I'm going to go. I think Arizona wins by 3 touchdowns. Like, I have no faith right now in Stanford. I think they're going to finish last in the conference, like they were slated to.
Yep, I'm gonna have to agree with that. I'm definitely taking the over on that spread. I expect Delores. I've been saying this every week, and he has not done me any favors, man.
That's why I didn't say it.
Come on, man.
That's why I didn't say it.
Golly.
We've had too much faith in him in this past
Yeah,
week.
I have, man. And it's been hurting me, but I don't expect that to even matter this game. Stanford is that bad. So, yeah, man. Yeah, it's going to be I think Arizona might even blow them out.
Anthony James thinks Stanford will at least score 3 touchdowns. That's pretty bold.
Wait. Run that back.
Anthony thinks Stanford will actually score 3 touchdowns. I don't think so.
No. No. That's simple. No.
He says Arizona's D is not good, but what is Arizona's defense right now?
Have you seen Stanford?
Yeah. Did you not see them? What happened last week?
Yeah.
I wonder if that Daniels kid, though, plays. Hopefully he does.
True. I think I heard someone mention that he will be back this game.
It's good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, their backups aren't the guys,
Yeah, so I don't think it makes a difference in the outcome, man. I think they'll still get the bus kicked.
They will study really hard for the game. That's what he says.
All right. So we're going to move on to our next game, which should be another game to keep your eyes on, man. Look, we got a really good slate in the conference this week, man. And I'll say we probably have the best slate in college football. Well, I will say that we have the best slate in college football this week, man, in our conference. With this next game, number 22, UCLA versus number 11, Utah. And there's been rumblings that Cam Rising may return this game. So,
yeah. The line moved, too, because of the
say again?
The line. It was at like a 4.5 or something like that. And then now it's at, I think, 6, maybe 6.5. I'm not sure, but.
Yep. So that's six flat.
Yeah, people were saying.
Right. What you got?
Yeah, I mean, I like Utah even more now with this Cameron Rising news. I mean, this is the first road game for a true freshman, Dante Moore. Still have questions about UCLA. I think this is their big test, right? If they can get past this somehow, then they, I think, have kind of I have to look at the rest of the schedule, but maybe a cakewalk to potential the Pac-12 and facing us before. But yeah, give me Utah. I like their coach. Their defense is solid, and this is another home victory for them.
Ro?
I think UCLA might take it. But I think it's gonna be a close game, but they'll take it if Rising's not back. I think Rising definitely gives Utah the better opportunity to win. But like you've been mentioning on the previous podcast, B. Jones, we don't know what kind of Cam Rising we're gonna get.
So that, what I'm hearing is that he's sprinting full speed now. That's what's been reported.
But is he cutting? Like, is he
that? And he'll have a big chunky brace on his knee. And can he take a hit? Is the question. There's two facets in it. One hit could. Who knows? I don't wish that upon him, but
what's the spread? Is it -6 Utah?
Points. Yeah.
Yep.
I think UCLA might give them they might do the upset. I mean, they might just do it this week. I'm still undecided, honestly, but I'm just going off of my head right now. I think I'll pick UCLA for this.
I need a definitive answer, bro.
Man, it's tough. It's just
I know.
I don't know what outcome I prefer. I don't know if I want to get a undefeated UCLA when we play them in November, or if I want to get an undefeated Utah when we face them. That's why I'm undecided on really who to pick. But if I'm a betting man today, I'm gonna go UCLA.
Utah has a rough schedule. Or these two games, they have UCLA and Oregon State at Oregon State. So I don't know if they'll be undefeated by the time they get to us. Yeah. But if Cam Rising plays, I don't know why, but that UCLA quarterback, he's getting good, and I think he could actually upset Utah. Is this at Utah?
Yeah.
It is.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Freshman at Rice.
First away game. Is this their first away game? Or?
Oh yeah, I believe so.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to get a win at Rice Eccles, as you guys know.
That's rough. I'm going to give it to Utah then, since that's Utah. But I don't think it's going to be an easy game. I think Utah's going to get punched in the mouth as well. Like UCLA's defense is pretty real. Mm-hmm. They're 24th in the nation right now. Granted, it's only been 3 games. So, and Utah is 17th in the nation on defense. So this is going to be, I think this could be a very defensive game. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think it can be 21-17.
Utah. Do you know the over and under on that game? Sorry if you guys don't know the total.
What's that?
You know the total on that game?
The spread?
Not the spread, but the total.
Oh, I'm sorry. Total 52.
Oh wow, yeah. I mean, I agree with you, Black Chan. I mean, I'd take that under 52. Because I mean, it's kind of the strong suits right now. I think on both sides of the teams, I would say.
Yeah, it's gonna be very defensive, and like their defensive line is pretty real. So.
Yep, I agree. I think it'll be a defensive game as well. I get the slight edge to UCLA as far as the defense. Their defenses look just slightly better than Utah has. But with that being said, they are playing in Utah. And I'm going to give it, see, my score, I would say 21-24. Yep, 21-24 Utah.
Yeah, Anthony James says 27-24, and he says it's a revenge game for Utah for last year. That's true.
And they got them at home.
UCLA did spoil their season pretty much.
Yep.
Well, no, it didn't spoil it because whatever. But
right.
All right, man. Our last Pac-12 game, and it's also going to lead us into our overtime period. We got the number 19 Colorado Buffaloes against the number 10 Oregon Sucks. Who you guys got? Sorry, with the spread being 21, by the way.
Yeah, I want Oregon to win. I think we talked about this on one of the last podcasts. I mean that's kind of what I want. I want a demolishing. I want Oregon to show up. I want to hear all this glamour and talk that we always hear about Oregon and all this stuff. So let's see it. Let's make it happen, and hopefully that calms down that media driven drive with the Colorado Buffs, and then we come and clean it up after next week. But yeah, give me go Oregon here.
Okay. Raul, I already know what you're gonna say, but I definitely want to hear it. Go ahead, Raul.
It's always going to be forget Oregon. Honestly, I'm okay with dealing with the Colorado hype. I hope Deion Sanders thinks that it's personal between him and Lanning. I want the Colorado team to be super hyped up and embarrass Oregon and shut all the Oregon fans out there. I want them to be embarrassed, have a huge panic attack or go on a meltdown, whatever you want to call it. I do think that Colorado could potentially, keep it close at the very least if they don't pull off a victory. I really hope they pull off a victory. And this is why. Oregon fans talk so much crap.
Here we go.
They make it seem like they've been proven that they've accomplished so many things. They want to bring up how USC hasn't accomplished anything. Yeah, we haven't done anything over the past few years because of all the sanctions and having Helton as at the helm. But what have they really done? They haven't done anything.
They sniffed the trophy once.
Dan Lanning wants to make it seem like Oregon has accomplished a lot of stuff, which they haven't. If they really consider the Pac-12 a huge thing, it's like, okay, it's just like a certificate award for me. It's like at USC, we don't play to win the Pac-12. We play to win the national championship. So if your biggest thing is the Pac-12 championship, good for you guys. We don't care about that. We care about the national championship game. And, I personally think that it'll be great to just see Dan Lanning, Oregon fans have a huge meltdown and see a lot of their recruits potentially flip. I don't know. I just want to see an Oregon meltdown. That way, when we do face Colorado, it'll be a super hype game, and we can be the ones that humble them first. And when we play Oregon, Blackie Chan, we'll be the ones that put that feet on across Oregon's neck. Like you.
Why are you attacking me?
It's just, I'm just saying, because I'm not attacking. I'm just kind of paraphrasing whatever you said on the last podcast about we want USC to put the foot on Colorado's neck. Well, I wanted to beat Oregon instead when we face them. You already know how I feel about Oregon football fans, so and I hope we get a bunch of those fans when we have our podcast. I'm definitely going to post it on their community. I want all the smack talk.
11-11, man.
See, I like what Tavaf says. Root for Colorado if you want to see Deion Sanders on the presidential ticket in 2024. Hey, okay. For me, you know what? Actually, B. Jones, you go first because I'm gonna take some time on this one here.
You sure you want me to go first?
Actually, no, screw this. Okay, I'm fine. Anthony, you get out of here with this. Do you believe? Okay. So I hate Oregon. I hate their fans. But they're always going to talk their stuff regardless of if they win or lose. They just talk their stuff regardless. But it's the media that is bothering me with this whole CU thing. Primetime is fine for college football. He's doing great. He's bringing ice to the game. People are talking about them more than the SEC, but they're talking way too much about them. And that's the thing. Like my timeline's all about CU and like all these stars, The Rock, Lil Wayne, who else? Whatever. Migos are showing up. Migos are LSU fans. What the hell are they doing out here at CU? Granted, it's Deion Sanders, but I get it. But like, literally every media outlet is just talking about CU, and even Paul Feinbaum is talking about CU. It's just like, what is going on with this world right now? Like, I know it's Deion Sanders, but it's just like it's overblown, it's overhyped. Like, granted, Deion Sanders, he's not hyping it. It's the media that is. And honestly, even if they beat Oregon, or even if they lose to Oregon, it's still not going to be the nail in the coffin for their hype train. It's just going to slow it down a little bit, and then that's when we extinguish it. That's when we put it out of its misery, because their defense has just been slowly getting worse and worse and getting more exposed each game. So I'm just ready to be the ones to actually put the timestamp on when the hype train has died. It's overblown, and like, I don't know. I just hope Oregon embarrasses them. I hope they put up maybe like 40 points, and then we put up 50 points on them. I just hope we one up Oregon at that point. So I think CU will keep it close in the first half, but I think Oregon will pull away, and it's just gonna. I don't think it's gonna be Bo Nix that's gonna be the star of this game. It's gonna be their running backs. The running backs are gonna run roughshod over CU. Like, their rushing defense is god awful. Their passing defense is god awful. Everything about their defense is awful. Like, the only bright spot about their defense was Travis Hunter and Shiloh. He's been pretty good. He was good in that CSU game. But other than that, like, their offensive line is garbage. Like, I feel bad for Shedeur for the 16 sacks that he's taken for 134 yards. Like, that's just unheard of for 3 games. And like, when they talk about when they win, he does not say, "Oh, it's all thanks to my O-line." No, it's not thanks to his O-line. They're getting him killed. So I think Oregon's going to destroy him. I have a bet with a friend, the guy that talks a lot of crap. I say that Oregon's going to cover the spread. I think they will cover the spread. I think they will put up 30 on them, or 30 past the spread. I'm just done with this hype train. It's just done. Like, nothing against Deion, just screw the media. The media is the main reason why I hate this game. And I love C.
Doesn't seem like it right now.
I've never said anything bad about the coaching or anything, just the media. Right. And I'm just giving facts on why I think they're going to get destroyed.
I know. I just want to see Oregon get embarrassed. Dan Lanning get embarrassed. I'd rather see Deion Sanders troll at the end and get his Cuban cigar and say, hey.
Do you really think Oregon fans are going to shut up, though? They love to talk.
Shut up. It's fine, but at least we got that to talk crap against. Like you got embarrassed by Colorado when we destroyed them. We'll see you guys.
Okay, be honest.
Oregon fans were talking so much crap when USC played San Jose State that first week. They already assumed they were going to beat us. Like, they were acting like if they already beat USC at that time.
They were listening to the national media who was telling them that our defense sucked and all that.
I'm telling you, I could deal with the Colorado hype train for a week, or if it's longer, so be it. But I'm just tired of Oregon fans.
Okay, but
I'll pass it on to you, B. Jones, because then I can talk so much crap about Oregon.
One more thing for you, Raul. But be honest and be realistic. Do you think they are going to come out with a win? Like based off everything that you've seen from CU, do you honestly think they will come off with a win? I know you want them to win.
I know I want them to win. Realistically, I don't think they will, but I hope that they embarrass them.
Okay, all right.
I'm with you on that I think Oregon is a better team. They should beat them, but I really hope they have a bad game and Colorado just embarrasses them. It'll be all over. It'll be national news that Boso Licious or or what is it? That hype train could just die as well.
Oh, not Bolicious. Oh man. All right. So, you guys know I've been back and forth on this one.
Make the right decision, B. Jones.
So there's two sides to this, man. Obviously, there's what I want, and there's what I think. So I'll start with what I want first. It's been years and years, probably since I joined the Bleacher Report app. And you guys know, Raul, you definitely know because you've been right there with me. Fighting the good fight, man. I am so tired of Oregon fans thinking they are better than what they are. You won nothing. You won conference championships in a horrible conference. The conference has always been bad since we've been down. You sniffed a trophy once. That's it. That's all you can claim, is that you sniffed the national championship once. You weren't even close to winning it. Meanwhile, we have 11 of them. But you guys act like you're the ones with 11. You guys act like you're the most valuable in the conference. Obviously, the conference ended, and some could argue that is because we left. If Oregon left, what do you think would happen? Think the conference ended? No, of course. You don't have the LA market. You're not valuable. The conference will still be alive. Nobody cares about y'all. Outside
I agree,
of
100%.
Nike is the only relevance you have. Now, so of course, I want, especially your defense. Your defense is horrible. You guys want to compare defenses like as if you guys were that much better than we were last year. Your defense sucked too. Your secondary is trash, and it's going to get exposed tomorrow. On this weekend.
And then the funny thing, B. Jones, is that Dan Lanning's defensive coach.
Yeah, allegedly. So, yeah. With that being said, I still don't expect Colorado. I guess we're just gonna have to deal with another week of the media hype of Colorado, and it sucks because I love Prime. I said this last episode. I absolutely love Prime. I always have my whole life. I've been a fan of Prime. Even watched the show when Shador and Shiloh were tearing up his house and everything when they were little. You know what I mean? Because I'm a big Prime fan. But the media is getting on my last nerves to where they're going to make me not be able to stand Prime, man. It's like, and it's not even his fault. He's just being himself. But the media is just, oh my gosh. It's just riding. Like, I won't go there, but yeah, you guys get it. And I'm over it, man. But it looks like we're going to have to, endure that for another week. But I totally expect Oregon to just mollywop Colorado in the trenches, even though their defense is not that much better. It's not going to be a good look.
I'll say this: Oregon is 30th in the nation of total defense.
Yeah, that's up to this point. But they played Portland State.
That is true.
Which in that game has a lot to do with their stats. So I don't even care for their stats.
And they played Hawaii too, so they're pretty bad too.
Stanford beat Hawaii. Their stats mean nothing to me. Their season stats up to this point don't mean nothing.
Oregon doesn't mean anything to me.
Texas Tech was not a good team. That was their best win, and they were not that great. And they got into a shootout with them. So I expect this game to actually be a shootout. I think Prime will find ways to compensate for his bad O-line. And I think they'll be going back and forth, man. And we'll see who endures. But I think I'm going to go against the spread on this one, man. So I think if Oregon does win, which I think they will, I say only by 2 tubs.
But I don't think you answered it, though. I don't think you answered the question of who do you want to win?
Oh, that's why I went through my Oregon rant. That was I want them to lose. I want Oregon to get the butts kicked, just like
okay.
For those in the chat, who do you guys want to win? Not who you guys are think is going to win? Who do you guys want to win?
One's in the chat if you say Oregon. Two's in the chat if you want CU to win.
Yeah, it should be a very interesting game, though, man. I think it'll be closer than people think.
Just a heads up, Brandon, your camera's frozen.
Wow, so am I making like a horribly ugly face right now?
Your eyes are closed.
Oh, that's great.
It made your discussion better, though, I think. In my opinion.
It kind of did.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I know what's going on.
TFAF says the Ducks. Frankie's going for CU. Oh, wait, is that you, Raul?
Oh, would you look at that?
Oh, whoa, we got a guy there. Whoa.
You're skewing this.
Oh man, I had to log in there and make sure I put 2 on there in the chat. Just in
I
case.
love it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't think it'll be as bad as people think it is, but I do expect Oregon to win, unfortunately.
Anthony wants the Ducks to win to humble the Buffs.
Hmm.
They are pretty cocky though too. Like
Yeah,
Travis Hunter and Shador are really cocky.
but so is their coach. It's nothing new. Dion is cocky. You take on the personality of your coach.
He came out cocky. Shador did. But you know what's kind of sad though? They don't really talk much about Shiloh though.
Man, you think Shiloh was a stepchild?
That's how they're acting like.
Man,
Like they don't interview him at all. It's all Shador. Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter is his second child. Shiloh.
Right.
Who's older? Is Shiloh older?
I believe so.
I think Shiloh's like 20 something, right?
Yeah, I think Shiloh's older.
Like 23 or 22.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Approaching
Poor Shiloh.
last years.
Did you guys see the interview? I think it was on the Bleacher Report app. I think there was like a post they put something around that Shiloh went to Prime. It's like, hey, are we gonna start on defense on the overtime session? Prime's like, hell no, you haven't stopped anybody. Don't even.
Is that what he
even
said?
ask me that? Yeah.
Damn.
Something around those lines. Like, no, you crazy. You think I'm gonna put you guys haven't stopped anyone?
Exactly.
Frankie said Shiloh's like the cousin Eddie. Anthony James said Shador said the FBS not much different from FCS. Watch this Saturday. Shador gets sacked the most out of Pac-12 QBs, and that stat will get worse this weekend. Yeah, it'll get worse this weekend. It'll get worse next weekend.
I saw a stat that Shador's been hit 55 times.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not on him though. Like that's just the old line.
I mean, listen, if he wasn't such an athlete, it would be 10 times more.
Yeah. If he couldn't run, he'd be oof.
So it could get ugly, man.
Who do you think will have more sacks on Shador, Oregon or USC?
Oh, USC.
USC for sure.
Yeah, that's.
Who leads? How many sacks do we have this year? Let me see. We have 8 sacks.
I was gonna say I don't think we have a ton, but we're definitely the better defense.
We're tied for 38 in the nation, so we're averaging 2.67 sacks a game. That's actually pretty good.
I'd say Oregon better have more than us.
Oregon, let's see where Oregon has for sacks.
And I don't care if they have one less game. They've been playing like terrible teams.
No, we have the same amount of games now.
No, they caught up.
Oh yeah, they did caught up now, right?
Yeah. Everyone's caught up.
Oregon has 6 sacks.
6. You see that? And they're talking all that crap, and they played an FCS team.
Yeah.
God damn! I'm telling you, those fans are annoying.
The defense sucked last year, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy. And it's not much improved, man. I mean, they are improved, but they haven't played anybody yet. You know what I mean? And they're not much improved, not like we are.
Corey Foreman will be starting in that team right now.
Oh, 100%. Well, who they got? Brandon Dorley, with the transfer they got.
Jordan Birch.
Yeah, they look pretty good. I can't, give him credit.
To be honest, I heard hasn't been playing much.
Really?
Yeah, like I remember the Texas Tech game. I think they might have played Mateo more. To be honest, I could be wrong, but I saw a comment where they felt like the staff felt like Birch could have played more, basically.
Here's an interesting stat here. Oregon has only given up 1 sack the whole year, and it was only for 3 yards. USC has only given up 3 sacks for 31 yards. But then I already said the stat for CU. They've given up, 16 sacks for 134 yards. That's they've averaged 5 sacks a game.
Yeah, I would stand by my position that this game could be closer than people think.
I'm afraid that Shedeur might get hurt soon. That's insane. They're tied for second in the nation for the most sacks given up.
Yeah, it's going to be a long day for him when he play us, man.
Yeah, Old Dominion has given up 18 sacks. And South Florida's given up 16 sacks as well. Stanford is not even that bad. Stanford's only given up 8 sacks. So less than half, or about half as much sacks they've given up. That's insane.
Wow.
If somehow Shedeur gets the Heisman to New York, he better not bring his offensive line with him.
They won't invite people that have 3-4 losses in a regular season. So sorry, let's got to do that next year.
But I'm just saying, if somehow he makes it, thanks to the line.
That kid makes it, dude. That means every other kid should make it. To be honest, no offense.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's going to be a sight to see, man. It's big. So, let me ask you guys, which game are you most interested in out of the games that we just named?
Oregon, CU.
Yeah, I gotta say I'm most interested in that. I gotta see what's the real deal.
It's crazy. Half the games in the Pac-12 are ranked versus ranked. That's just insane.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Utah, UCLA.
Really?
You're more interested in that?
So you're not hyped to see Oregon lose?
I don't really care about Oregon. It's just their fans that get annoying. So as long as I know that they lost, that's good enough for me. I don't really care for them. I don't even want to watch them. If I watch the game, it's gonna be towards the end to see if Colorado actually pulled it off, or at the very least kept it close. I really don't care for Oregon. I want to see that Utah UCLA game, the real rivalry at least. Oregon thinks they have a rivalry with us, but our true rival is UCLA, Notre Dame.
Right.
In my opinion, I don't know. Oregon hasn't done anything.
Tell us how you really feel.
That's exactly how I feel. I hate Oregon. I don't hate Oregon. I hate their fans. They're football fans. They're just annoying.
Very true.
And then I'm sorry, B. Jones, but I'm gonna have to bring it up because I'm not the only one that thinks this. But someone in the chat put something about Oregon fans are just exactly like Clipper fans.
Where was that? Oh, right here.
Boo.
Wait, Clippers actually put up division title banners?
I think so. Or if they don't put it up, I think it's like their faces of the players or something like that.
It's LA City champs, all right?
Yeah.
I don't think Utah fans have only been obnoxious since they started actually being
years,
us.
maybe.
You know what? I let Utah fans talk their crap because they still get disrespected. They're the back-to-back champs, and nobody cares.
That is true. That is true.
It's like, wow, man. Go ahead and talk your crap, man.
They beat us twice last year, and they still are middle of the pack, to the media.
Yeah, exactly.
So
What about you, B. Jones? Who's what game are you interested in this year? I mean, this week.
Okay,
there he is.
The game that I'm most interested in.
Yeah.
Being that we're playing Colorado next week, I might have to go with that game, the Colorado-Oregon game.
That's a good reason.
Yeah, but I mean, there's definitely other games that definitely want to keep your eye on, man, because our slate is just crazy.
Yeah,
we got the best slate. You can just watch Pac-12 ball all day Saturday, man. That's the only thing
they're all going to be televised, right? Nationally, like nationally televised. It's not going to be on the Pac-12 network.
Yeah, those games, the ranked games.
Oregon is on ABC.
Yeah.
UCLA is on Fox.
Yeah, they're not on Pac-12.
Oregon State's on Fox.
All right. See, how crazy is that? We have your own network, but when there's actually really good games, you don't even put it on your own network.
The only teams that are playing on the Pac-12 network is Arizona and Stanford.
Those are the only teams that need to be playing on.
No one wants to see that.
Hey, the Pac-12 championship is not even on the network.
Exactly.
The Pac-12 championship between Oregon State and Washington State is not even on the network.
Anthony James says, if Wilcox can mess with UW, that would be something to keep an eye on. Hey, maybe Cal may keep it close at the beginning, but I think they'll just pull away.
We'll see, man. We'll see, because Cal, like I said, Cal is usually puts together a good secondary, man.
Did you see what Tayfab said? I'd rather watch a full WNBA game than watch Oregon CU. I hate both teams.
Wow. Wow. The whole game, Tayfab? You rather watch
That's
the whole
double. That's a double diss. Like, what did the WNBA do to you? That's and then Pac-12 Arizona channel. Yeah, basically. I don't know. Like, Arizona's probably going to be one of the worst teams. Same with Cal in the Big 12. Stanford's going to look bad in the ACC.
I was going to ask, do you guys think Stanford gets a conference win this year?
Maybe. No.
I mean, for their sake, I think they have to. I mean, for the coach's sake, if he doesn't get at least one, I think he's out. Like, you can't.
You think they'll do a one and done with Troy Taylor?
I mean, if you don't even win one game
in conference play, you're talking about?
Yeah, in conference play.
Yeah, probably maybe Cal.
Yeah, that's a what is it called, a rivalry game? So maybe.
Well, that makes it even worse.
I mean, have they won at all this year? Stanford?
Yeah, they beat Hawaii.
Yeah,
Do they play ASU this year? Because if they do, maybe they can win that game. They do not play ASU this year.
Well,
there goes their free win.
Well,
I mean, that's what I was counting as a victory. Maybe Cal, though. I think he can pull off the win versus Cal. Is it going to be at home at Stanford or?
It's at Cal.
Yeah, good luck to him. I mean, who knows? But it just looks really bad if you don't even win one game in your conference. So
yeah, they're not. They play. Stanford plays CU in October. Maybe they can squeak out a win there. Doubt it. And they play Notre Dame at the end of the year. Yeah. Anthony James says, oh, well, then they're screwed.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yep. All right, fellas, we are running well past time.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yes, with that one, man, we got to save some for the post game, which will be Sunday, guys. Make sure you guys tune in to the post game show at 5:30 Sunday. Make sure you go check out Views from the Stands with my guy Gunner. And if you're a gamer, man, go ahead and check out my guy Blackie Chan at Blackie Chan Gaming. Not hard to find. And we'll be back with you guys next Sunday, man. Make sure you guys tune in. next week we have a special guest to preview the Colorado game. USC Jay will be joining us, man. So make sure you guys come back and tune in, man. Oh, there he is right there. What's going on, Jay?
Oh, there he is.
So, yeah, with that being said, man, we're going to get out of here. So fight on, fellas.
Fight on.
Fight on.
Fight on.